to another edition of our Tech Tip Tuesday video series. We're going to begin looking at Google Docs, and we're going to look at both Google Docs on the online version or the web version, as well as the iPad version. So what you see here is a document that I've already created, and we're going to look at the web version first. So today we're going to talk about the basic page setup features that we have access to. So to get to the basic page setup, you want to come up to the File menu on your laptop and come down to where it says Page Setup. And when you click in here, you'll see this menu that pops up, and you see you have all these different options. You can change the orientation of the page from portrait to landscape. You can also change the paper size. You see all these different types of paper sizes. This is especially handy if you're creating some sort of a digital content that you want to share with your students and you need a little bit more space on the page. You can have longer pages, or your pages can be wider than they are longer if you switch it to landscape. You can also change the background color of the page itself. So you could select a color if you don't want to have a white background. You can also adjust the margins. Right now they are default. They are at a 1 inch by default, and you can change those. I'm going to click on OK, and I'm going to come out, and you will see now that my background has now changed into that green color. I did not change any of the other features. If I change it to landscape, for example, though, you'll see now that the page is now landscape mode versus portrait mode. And now let's see what that's going to look like on an iPad. So here I have the same document on my iPad, and you can see that it's still in that same orientation, that landscape orientation, and the background is still green. What I'm going to need to do is I'm going to have to make sure I'm in the editing mode. So I touch the little pencil down there, and then I'm going to come up to the upper right-hand corner, and I'm going to click on the three little dots right there. And what I need to do on the three little dots is I'm going to select Page Setup. And when I tap on Page Setup, I get basically the same menu I had on my laptop. I can tap on orientation, and I can change it from landscape to portrait if I choose. Use the back arrow to go back. I can adjust my paper size if I need to. If I want the paper size to be a little longer, for example, I can do that. I can also change the page color. If I want to change the particular page color, I can do that. And now I can hit the X, and you see now that I now have a little bit different background, as well as my page is now longer, and I've done that on the iPad, and it will transfer over to the exact same document that I accessed on my web version. So that's how you can adjust the page settings using your laptop or your iPad with Google Docs.